What's up, New York Giants fans? Joe Schoen is the official new general manager of the New York Giants. Hopefully this means we'll be getting Brian Dabble. The only thing I will be happier with is if we get Jim Harbaugh, and I hope to God we don't get Dan Quinn. I've always wanted us to have a defensive coach, but the state of the New York Giants right now cannot afford one. We need offense. We need somebody that can help Daniel Jones and the offensive line and just the horribleness that is our offense. We can't even score 20 points a game. It's pathetic. Um, and that's how you win football games. I mean, it's simple. Uh, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. Wow. Anyway, you win football games by scoring more points than the opposing team. If you guys know who I'm talking about, drop his name in the comments because I can't believe I can't remember it right now. But Brian Flores, I'd be fine with Flores, but if that means that we're getting Deshaun Watson, how much is that going to cost us? And Deshaun Watson's charges still exist. We can't hire Flores with the hopes of getting Watson, maybe getting Watson, and then Watson goes to prison, especially if we give away our first 2-round draft picks. So definitely something I don't want to see happen to the New York Giants. And basically that's it right now. Just wanted to post a little update. Um, but it's official. The GM hunt is over. Joe Schoen is a New York Giant. And does anybody know if that's how you pronounce his name? Because I still believe it's Joe Schoen, but Joe Schoen, Joe Schoen, Joe Schoen, Joe. It can't be Shane. How the hell does that say Shane? Anyway, but yeah, Brian Dable, however you pronounce his name, is the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills and should be the most likely candidate now that we have the assistant GM for the Bills as our GM. Hopefully that brings along some things. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about Flores. I thought he was the second guy I wanted next to Jim Harbaugh when this all started, but I'm scared about um, trying to acquire Watson because we all know the Houston Texans want way too much for him. And unless we could get him at an amazing deal, obviously Deshaun Watson would really be an upgrade from Daniel Jones. And until then, I like DJ. I want to see what he can do with a good head coach. Because the Giants haven't had one yet. Speaking of that, Ben McAdoo is the new offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. I was gonna say when I first saw the update, I'm like, oh man, those poor Panthers fans, forgetting that you guys had Matt Rule. So maybe Ben McAdoo as an offensive coordinator and not a head coach will do good. And just continuing on with what we were talking about here, the New York Giants need a kick in the ass in offense, and I think we need all the draft picks that we can get. I'm not familiar with how Joe Schoen drafts, but if I was a general manager, there's a long way between here and the draft. We might be losing players that give us compensatory picks. So the Giants are supposed to have what 9 to 11 picks right now. I gotta look that up. And we're only going to be getting more if we let big names from our team walk. And I would try my hardest to trade picks for higher picks, because obviously the higher rounds you pick, the chances are of you finding a great player. But when you're a good GM like Shane is, there's always a chance that you can find the diamond in the rough. Um, the Chiefs GM, I think that was Ryan Poles. Correct me if I have that mixed up. He drafted Creed Humphrey, who was not only the best rookie offensive lineman, I think he was the best offensive lineman in the NFL this year, and he was drafted in like the third or fourth round. So that's like finding Tom Brady in the sixth or seventh round whenever Tom Brady got drafted. Um, and Russell Wilson, he was like a second or third round pick, right? So every pick always matters. There's always a chance to find the diamond in the rough, but as football fans, we all know usually the top 5, top 10 picks, and that's every sport really. Like basketball, right? Only the top 2 or 3 picks. Um, everybody can't be great. It's hard enough just to make the NFL in the first place, and hopefully we knock the draft out of the park. Hopefully everything gels the right way. Hopefully this is the new life that we've desperately, desperately needed for the New York Giants. And all I can say is I still think we have an insanely easy schedule. They announced who the home and away games are. And for those of us that were fooled by Joe Judge last year, if you still think that we have a great roster and if coached right can be a playoff team, there's even more hope for us to be a playoff team this year than last year, guys. Um, obviously, this year we didn't expect the Cowboys to be so good, and it's because they're uh, what is it? It's because their defensive coordinator Dan Quinn came in 1 year, flipped the whole thing around, made them one of the worst defenses and one of the best defenses, and he's most likely going to go get another job now. He's probably going to be a head coach somewhere. And if Dan Quinn does leave the Cowboys, that's the best thing we can hope for because hopefully it would revert their defense back into being horrible. And hopefully the season that we thought we were going to have this year, we have this coming season because to me our schedule looks really easy. So if the Giants can stay healthy and can score some points, I think we got a great chance. We host teams like the Lions and the Jags and the Texans and the Bears and um our hardest game of the season I believe is against the Ravens and we get to play that home as well. We have to go to Lambeau where the Giants usually do good and they're projected to not have Aaron Rodgers. So um just a lot of good things on the schedule. I like the way the schedule looks. Um if the Washington football team stays bad, uh the Eagles are nothing to bat an eye at. I mean, we beat them handily with Daniel Jones, and then without Daniel Jones, we got beat. Obviously, that was expected. So with a much improved team, and their team doesn't look to be improving that much, they're keeping Hurts and everything. So we should always be able to sweep Washington. We should always be able to sweep Philly now, with the current state of the teams. Obviously, Philly has haunted us for the last decade or two. And Dallas Cowboys, I thought, we were going to do great against them. Daniel Jones didn't even really play against them this year. Um, and other than that first quarter where he got the concussion. So with their defense going down and our offense hopefully going up, good things on the horizon. I'm not gonna say we go 6-0 in the division. That's what I thought we were gonna do coming into the current season, but I still think that for some reason, if we don't win our division next year, we should be a playoff team, especially with the extra week. I think there's without a doubt. I said 8 to 10 wins when they first announced our opponents, and now that I see who we're playing at home and who we're playing away, I think it's it's even more favorable. This is one of the easiest Giants schedules I've ever seen, and it's because we finished fourth. We play all the worst teams, so and then the divisions that we get to play are easy. Um, in the AFC, I think we play the Colts, Titans, Jags, and Texans. So obviously the Colts and Titans are going to be hard games. But if we play the Colts in New York, I think it's a winnable game. Um, Not knowing who their quarterback is going to be, their quarterback might be Aaron Rodgers. And then I don't know, but I'm gonna end this video. It's gone on long enough. Hopefully, if you guys like this video and I kept you entertained the whole time, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. My name is The Reality, and until next time, guys, I love everybody that loves me. Peace out.